You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Come on. Welcome in, Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So thankful you've chosen to join us here this morning on News Talk 770 AM 92.5 FM WBNN. It's Monday. No, I'm kidding. It is a Tuesday morning. We are 4 minutes past the top of the hour. We got that Dak Prescott money. Come on, baby. Finally got our quarterback signed. Now we can be a very expensive, mediocre football team. Can't wait. It's going to be great. Dak is, assuming he can walk when he comes back, should be good. We'll see. Boys, how are we this morning? Let's just do the overall welcome in.
Good morning. I'm happy to say that about Dak also. I kind of like him. Didn't he play for like Ole Miss or Mississippi State or something?
That'd be Mississippi
State. Yeah. I kind of like him, I guess. I mean, I don't really like the Cowboys. So I guess you're a Cowboys fan?
I am a Cowboys fan, yeah. What gave that away?
You seem to kind of like, you're all over the place with the football. Or maybe you pay attention to it more than I do. But I would like to see the Cowboys do good. I mean, they do got a good stadium. They got nice colors.
Yeah, I love blue. Blue's cool. And I like the silver and the big star. I like it all. It's great.
I mean, with all that they got. And
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, they got a good spot, good area, good stadium.
Yeah.
They got good consistency with ownership. And
they're the worst owner in football.
Well, he's been there for a long time, though. You saying he's got to go?
I'm saying he's old.
Time to go?
I think it's time to let it roll, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to let go of that money sometimes. What you think? Whenever a team is bad, does it lay all the way up to the top, or on the managers, or on the coach, or is it just all above?
Oh, I mean, it's not it's comprehensive. An organization is more than, it's a sum of all of its parts.
Yeah.
So, but you have great ownership and bad football teams, and you have great football teams and bad ownership. So, I mean, it could be across the board.
So Dak's been hurt.
What? Yeah, I broke his leg.
Oh wow!
He had a Joe Theismann-esque injury. Yeah, I'm about my man's bone was sticking out of his skin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a Falcons fan, but God, they suck so bad. I just didn't even watch them last year. I just didn't watch no football.
Man, I'm watching a Bed Bath & Beyond brawl. Nope, Bath & Body Works brawl. Look at them. Go, son.
Were they fighting over the last MyPillow in the store?
No, it's the Endless Summer Lotion. No. Oh, look at her go. Ooh, she a big girl, too. Give it to him. Oh, come on, Jessica. I got a tube top on.
Oh,
she's doing it with a tube top.
Got that stomach out.
Hanging out. I don't think that was intentional. I think that was a byproduct of the commotion.
Them big girls be going at it. They don't care what flops out.
No, she said, no, give me my Endless Summer Lotion.
Huh?
I wanted the daffodil flavor. Get him, girl. Ooh, the Big Mama Womp Womp comes in. Come on. I feel like I'm now fighting out of the red corner, weighing 256 pounds, wearing a black tube top and flip-flops, hailing from the trailer park down the road, is Suzanne. Good gracious. Marshall Mathers, what's going on with you, buddy? You hadn't said a word.
Got them black buttons on today.
Good morning.
Just curious why you
I'm digging that one.
haven't said a word.
I didn't want to interrupt Jonah. He was talking. You ask him how he's doing, so I thought I'd be polite and not interrupt.
Got them Yeah, I'll tell you what, plaid is plaid.
Yeah, what happened to your back to black today?
And
You decided you wanted to be like your friend one more day?
it was cold outside.
Yeah.
My other jacket
Have
smells
you
like
ordered you a Dixon yet?
No,
Why not?
because I don't care.
Oh, that's contrary to what you said yesterday.
No, it's not.
Yesterday, I said you should get you one. You said, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna get one. I'm gonna get one."
Oh, I mean, I'm sure I will at some point.
Yeah. Maybe like next year.
I don't know when, and I don't care. But at some point, I will get one.
I like them
I can tell.
whenever it's like chilly outside. But tomorrow, yeah, I had to wash my work jacket, and I don't think it got done yet. So, wife put me in this. She'll be dressing me, so I just wear whatever she puts on.
That's true.
She just puts it out there, and hey, whatever it is, ragging it up. Good. And
How was your fishing yesterday?
Oh, man, we tore it up. I was catching them. Always catching them.
I mean, they got homeless camps at the border. We got all kind. We just we open for business.
Hey,
again.
well, open up, baby.
Let everybody
Hey,
in.
come on in. Who wants in? I've got a place for you and for you and for you. Y'all come on in, man. Yeah, just come on in.
They just walking in.
Just
Ain't nobody stopping them. Just come on.
Yeah, it's like the inverse of crap through a goose.
Come on in. Supper's ready.
If you hungry, we got it. Clean silverware and everything.
I don't know what. I mean, like, what's their goal? I think they just they always tell us things that they're back and forth on, just so that it makes us stress and argue back and forth with each other. I mean, I don't get it. But oh well.
What's going on, Tugboat?
Not much. How you doing?
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Are we going to have to call a team meeting in the first segment today? Good Lord.
Ain't nobody calling me nothing.
We're going to have to call a team meeting in the first freaking segment today. Good Lord. Let's see what Connor gives us. Connor, how are you this morning?
Yeah, I'm not going to be much help on this.
Did you get caught up on your homework yesterday, Connor?
Yeah, I did.
You ain't got no more to do this morning, do you?
Oh, I got plenty that I need to do. I just haven't done it.
Oh, my goodness.
Is it due today?
It's not due. It's not like they're going to check it, but it's something that they expect you to have done in order to do what they want you to do the next day, if that makes any sense.
So it's called busy work.
No. It's like a preliminary assignment. They're not going to check, but like if you want to be up to speed with what's going on, you need to do it. That sort of thing.
I call that busy work.
Busy work is work with no clear purpose. This has purpose.
No, that's not true. Busy work is work that doesn't get graded. Is what I mean.
No, I don't
in
think that's necessarily
education.
true.
And if a teacher told me anything about we're not going to be checking something, I'm not about to even do it.
I'm not.
I'm not going to do it.
No, if you ain't checking it, son, I'm out.
My whole high school was sleeping through every single class.
Just
Copy
do
somebody's paperwork.
Yeah, just
turn
do what
it
you
in.
got to do to get the grade, man.
I mean,
I
feel
don't care
like,
about the education. I just want the grade.
I feel like when I was sleeping, I was still soaking in what they was saying. I wake
Yeah.
up and I'd ace my test still. You
That's
know,
right.
it was like, I don't
That's
need to hear
right.
all that. But
No,
don't tell me you ain't going to check
Don't tell
something.
me you ain't going to check something.
It ain't happening.
No, it ain't happening.
I ain't even going to look at it.
Connor's not that way, though.
What's the subject today, Connor?
This stuff's literature. I did all my calculus last night.
Literature. What great work are we working on now?
The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde.
Wow.
What are some other Oscar
They read
Wilde
some.
books?
We was reading like
I mean,
the Scarlet Letter.
I got Where the Red Fern Grows. And
I bet you watched that a lot, didn't you?
Where the Red Fern Grows. I mean, let's see. What else do we get? Mark Twain. But Oscar Wilde, what? I feel like there's some other book that's more popular than one you just said, Connor.
There's Pictures of Dorian Gray,
I'm sorry?
and there's a couple others.
Well,
Hang on, I can get up his.
I guess I was wrong. Oscar Wilde, usually you hear the books before an author, but
You were thinking about Olivia Wilde.
maybe I have no idea.
Her
But-
great works are typically without a shirt on.
I like old books. I remember, man, Where the Red Fern Grows. Oh, little let's see.
Was
Old
that
Dan
Lil-
and
was that Lil Wayne?
Old Dan and Little Ann, and them hunting dogs. And then they died because they got in some type of fight. I remember just being upset about that as a kid.
Yeah, I cried when Lassie didn't come on.
Really?
No.
I cried when what's the name had to shoot old Yeller.
Oh man.
Gummit. Ain't nothing worse than when you shoot
Golly,
your own dog.
when you got to shoot your own dog now. Oh man.
He was like, "No, Yeller's mine. I'll do it."
Well, the other option is about
I didn't cry.
The other option is about $500 at the vet. So I ain't trying to spend $500 when I can spend 38 cents.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That ain't no. Yeah, you don't even think about that.
We can go click, click, boom.
Back in the day, they didn't think about it.
Oh no! I put one behind their ear.
We're probably gonna get hate mail. Keep on talking about this, but you know,
I mean, look,
there is a money limit on any animal. I feel like you can't just
no.
you can't.
Yeah, when it's time for my dog to go, he's gonna take one behind the ear, and it's gonna be over with.
I mean, I'm at least gonna take them in and get them put down.
Huh?
Yeah, I ain't gonna shoot my own dog.
That's what we're just talking about.
You said put one behind his ear.
Yeah, because the other option at the vet's gonna cost you about $500.
No, you can get them put down for like $100.
Shoot, that's $100 I'm gonna keep in my pocket.
I ain't about to start no cancer treatment, so I had one, man.
37 cents is a 9mm round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and the
had.
gas it takes me to get where he wants to go. We gonna have him a final meal, and while he's eating that final meal,
I think we did too many of that when I was a
click,
kid.
click, boom.
It's like, you know, I had to hear my dad shooting that old dog that got hit by a car or something.
Oh
or,
yeah,
and then, you know, and then it was like the one I was finally getting attached to that didn't run off, you know, because we lived so far out in the country.
click, click, boom.
Then I had to dig it. Then we didn't dig it deep enough one time, and then
Oh no.
cutting grass, and I'm like, oh crap, there's some bones. Traumatized as a kid.
he cutting bones, and here comes a little femur sticking up out of the ground.
Like 2 years old. Like, oh wait, what happened here? Oh yeah, that was Cujo.
Yeah, at 2. I'm sure you remember that.
No, I'm talking about it had been buried for 2 years.
No, I was like, well, everybody, but we were all cutting grass as a 2-year-old toddler, remembering old Cujo.
Like you see them posts where people will be acting like their 3-year-old kid was like, "What did Mr. Trump say?" And they're just so disgusted with him.
Yeah,
your little 3-year-old didn't say nothing.
Yeah. Even my 3-year-old knows that the kids at the border without their parents are even my 3-year-old knows that black pride really matters. Like my 3-year-old remembers being colored, being called colored. What was it that Kamala was talking about? Being in a stroller or something else?
When she was.
We'll be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Oh, well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
So, what do you want to eat?
I
I want something fantastic.
Fastastic?
Yes, fast, yet fantastic.
Sounds, Swift-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur, the taste that you can't get anywhere else. Download the Chick-fil-A app today, bypass the line, and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum. Come on. Good morning. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. We're so glad that you've chosen to join us here this morning, each and every morning. Your favorite, the smartest, the best show in morning radio. We are your common sense headquarters. We try to, keep things simple, keep them nice and simple. We do a pretty good job. We're simple people. I think that's what they call us. Isn't that what they call us? Simple people.
I usually, I consider myself, but then
I'm pretty simple.
Other people say that's poor or low IQ, but I'll take that too. I don't really care. But yeah, speaking of dogs, it looks like Biden's dogs are kicked out of the White House. So.
Do what?
Yeah.
Bunch of degenerates.
Got some German Shepherds, and one of them got nasty with some people.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Got
kicked out.
Yeah, got kicked out of the White House for biting and being aggressive. I mean, but you got German Shepherds and stuff. It's like everybody else you see, which I don't even think Trump had no dog in there. But everybody else's dogs are like some poodles or some little tiny, goofy somethings, and Biden done brought in the big ones. Biden brought in the German Shepherds, put up a big old fence around the whole D.C. Oh, man, what are they scared of? I mean, March 4th is gone, so.
He should just get a CNI dog. That's what he really needs. A service dog of sorts.
So what?
Wait. Biden is supposed to. Is he addressing the nation Thursday? Let's see. In primetime address. That's Biden on CNN there. Golly. It's almost like you want to tune in to watch Biden do a speech or something.
No, I'll wait.
It's going to be a struggle bus.
No, I'll wait. No, secondhand embarrassment is too strong, one. And two, I'm going to get the highlights the day after. I'm going to check it out afterwards. All you're going to hear is...
Man,
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He only told that one so good because he knew it well.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. You're trying your best, but it never feels like enough.
Trying your breast.
You're trying your best, but it never feels like enough.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
If you sat down and just broke down that whole little speech she just gave,
it can't even really be considered.
It's the essence of Joe Biden's presidency.
Yeah, she was just rambling about nothing,
and then throwing in words like Iraq,
South Africa,
and
South Africa,
Asia
countries,
and,
such as
in the U.S.,
the Iraq and the U.S. and such as the. Sometimes I wonder if that's Hayden talking.
What am I doing here?
You're trying your best, but it never feels like enough.
Corn pop.
I mean, she got up there and just tried her breast, so didn't she? I mean,
she did.
She couldn't do nothing.
No, that was the category she was good at.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, that'll weed them out real quick, though. We're gonna see who's
What, their breasts?
No, about who.
Now you're a sexist.
Who can actually talk?
Now you're talking about the boobs of the women at the Miss Whatever contest. Now you're a sexist.
I like to see a video of her trying
Of her
to spit out.
boobs?
Well, but if her trying to spit all that out, she was straining. I bet.
Oh, have you not
just-
seen that video?
I ain't seen it.
Oh,
I've only heard it.
Oh no, she's not straining at all.
She just.
Oh, she's spitting that
Spitting
joker
it.
out. She rehearsed that thing. She rehearsed that thing.
Clearly, she never rehearsed it like with someone who could help her.
How
Like
you help
she-
somebody like that?
She spit it out and thought she did a good. You think she
you're
did
not
a good
gonna
job?
say that if you want to win this. Here, you're gonna learn this.
Yes, because I'm sure she has a great memory.
You think she did a good job?
Everybody
when she
has a
got
great
done?
memory. You just have to exercise it.
Oh my gosh!
You got to go to the mental Olympic gym and do mental Olympics.
Hey man, it's
Work
true.
out. Your brain is a muscle.
She wasn't on
It
her
is.
game that day.
You've got to work it.
All that's
got
true.
To move it. You've got to move it.
She talked
move
about South Africa a whole lot, like they're just in all kinds of trouble. I mean,
and the Iraq.
Yeah, I mean,
Not Iraq, but
I
the
personally
Iraq.
believe that
you know, the Pope, when the Pope showed up in Iraq Friday, he stayed all weekend, didn't leave till yesterday.
Man, they had a party.
Man, yeah, they did. Goodness.
Wow, I wonder what that was like.
I was at change the subject. I was at my daughter's softball game yesterday. Well, I had to tell you
What Iraq took you to this?
While Kumo was on the
Who?
TV. This guy up here.
Oh,
That we've
Kumo?
been talking about for
Cuomo,
Kumo, whatever his name is.
I heard somebody on TV the other day kept calling Kumo. Constantly.
Whatever. He likes little kids and stuff. When I heard a song that was perfect for him.
Oh, Kumo.
So was the purpose of that whole story about your daughter's softball game to tell us you heard a song?
Yeah. It was titled "It Felt Good on My Lips."
Ain't nothing gonna happen to this
Hilarious.
guy.
Yeah, he's gonna.
No,
get,
he's
yeah,
gonna
get
skate, man.
No, he's gonna
Skate,
get impeached.
skate.
No, he's gonna get impeached though.
Well,
Everybody's getting impeached.
yeah,
I
that's-
mean,
that's the
Impeach 'em
thing.
all.
That's the thing to do.
Well, I mean, I
it's
like
like
it.
you're gonna have to stay in from break when you're in elementary school.
And you're impeached, and you're impeached, and you're impeached.
I like
You get a book, and you get a car, and you get feel like Oprah.
my
Yeah.
grandmother. She passed away.
Like
and,
yesterday?
No.
Oh.
But anyway, she's not here with us anymore. But she used to always say with this stuff, and she'd be like, Psh, "Whatever." Just like you'd be spilling your beans. She'd be like, Psh, "Whatever."
Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah, appreciate it. She was the best.
Speaking of impeachments, so the RNC is still trying to use Trump and his name and stuff like that to fundraise. Well, Trump sent them a letter, a cease and desist, and said,
Oh, yeah?
"Y'all stop using my name. We over here doing we taking a new Republican Party," and they sent a letter back saying, "No, we're gonna use it anyway." So they got a little back and forth going with the RNC. I mean, you'd think though, if somebody sent a cease and desist, don't use my name, they could at least be like, okay.
Well, they have to be. I mean,
mean-
I'm sure there's some kind of limits on what. I mean, Donald Trump is an ex-president. Like he's the. I'm sure that legally, he kind of get. I mean, it's like I can't get a cease and desist to be told to stop talking about public figures. You can't do that.
Yeah, but I guess it's like they was sending out letters and stuff, like still having his name on there and trying to use
Right,
him.
which I think he consented to by being a president, by being a public figure.
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. I mean, because like he could. It's your name. You can't. Somebody else can't make money off of you. It's just a party. So, but obviously they said, well, we don't care.
Because they have the legal precedent to do so.
Well, I feel like that if
they're not, they're not going to do that if they don't know.
So you're saying Trump's lawyers didn't know what in the world they was doing, and
no,
they didn't
I'm
do
going to
any
say that
research?
they send off cease and desist letters like they send out birthday cards.
Well, I wouldn't say that. That's a no thought when you're sending it to the RNC, though. They obviously thought that through pretty good.
Yeah, Trump doesn't. He's not blustery at all.
Well, I'm just saying. Seems like they would have thought it through pretty good. Either the RNC don't care. They just said they sent back a letter saying, "Hey, too bad."
Yeah, that's because I think they have the right to use his name, or else they would have ceased and desisted
immediately.
Probably, because again, once you are a public figure, there's different rules about celebrities are exposed to more. There's a legal standard. I'm trying to. Connor, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, obviously it didn't work for Trump, but I wouldn't say they just threw it out there without thinking about it. So, I bet he sends another one. He ain't gonna quit.
But I don't think it's going to matter.
He'd look at that like a loss, and he ain't going to quit.
I don't think it's going to matter. I think he's a public figure. His name and likeness is tied to an office that he served publicly for 4 years as a Republican, by the way. So I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about that. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
The CDC says fully vaccinated people can still visit with other fully vaccinated people and healthy unvaccinated people as well. However, doctors are still warning against unnecessary travel, at least for now. Infectious disease expert Dr. Yvonne Maldonado has more on why.
We are still concerned about variants that may be occurring around the world, and we don't want to bring those home. We already have enough here, and we want to keep the transmission down as low as possible.
When you are out in public, the guidelines still hold. Keep the masks on and socially distance. Again, the CDC says to keep transmission low. There has been another surge at the southern border. Tens of thousands of migrants trying to cross into the United States, including thousands of unaccompanied minors. Still no official statement from Buckingham Palace about the big interview the Duke and Duchess of Sussex did with Oprah this week. Harry and Meghan detailing serious allegations involving racism and ambivalence to mental health against unnamed members of the royal family. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo. Get your own dough with Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. We all have memories of stealing that cookie dough from the mixer before our grandmother could bake it. Now you can get it in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more. All safe to eat with no baking required. We have 12 delicious flavors. It's the best of both worlds. Delicious cookie dough, and it's safe to eat. Some of our signature flavors include magic chocolate chip, birthday cake batter, cheesecake dough, salty sweet, peanut butter, and more. It's so good. Get yours today at Cookie Dough Magic. now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com. Life is short. Mix it up with Cookie Dough Magic.
Stay informed and entertained all day long. Only on WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So glad that you have chosen to be here with us every single morning. Wait, how are they both number one? I'm so confused. You see that? They're both number.
Yeah, I did.
It doesn't make sense, does it? It can't be two number one. There can only be one number one. Are you good with your mail?
Yep. I think Trump put out a, well, I'm just double checking.
That's weird for you.
Well, yeah. I'm just, because, you know, if Trump puts out a statement, it's hard to find anybody who's going to put it out, but it looks like he's responded to the RNC.
What did he say?
Do not support rhinos and
no more money.
Yep, no more money to the Rhino Republican Party, and we're doing our own fundraising. So I mean, that's what he did. Look,
he's talking to you, Dale Jackson.
He is. He's going to start. I mean, okay, the RNC is going to be backing people that Trump is going to be supporting others that's going to challenge these Rhino Republicans that voted against him, such as Romney and other Murkowski and these little Trump hating Republicans.
Yeah, you Trump haters.
So.
Get some of that.
I mean, there is a division in this Republican Party going on right now, and Trump's trying to lead the way on challenging a lot of these other people. So, but I'll just read you what I got.
Yeah, read it.
Let me see. Let me find a little. Oh goodness. Well.
Oh, we're not prepared. We're not ready.
New phone. New phone. Who this?
Hey, wait. New phone. Does it not work like the old phone? It's an iPhone, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
You're lost.
Yep. Wait,
you're completely lost.
Oh, there. Oh,
nope. You're
there,
lost.
There
nope.
we go.
Nope. There.
All right.
Yep.
Yep. Supposedly it's put out yesterday. No more money for rhinos. They do nothing but hurt the Republican Party and our great voting base. They will never lead us into greatness. Send your donations to Save America PAC at DonaldJTrump.com. We will bring it all back stronger than ever before. See,
send your money to me instead.
We gonna.
I'm not mad at him for it.
We're gonna primary everybody the RNC is supporting. Is what he's saying.
Yep.
And don't use my likeness or my name to raise any money for yourself because we getting this money over here.
We finna get that money from Joe, from Uncle Joe. Come on, Uncle Joe, send us that money, Uncle Joe.
Man, yeah,
$4,200. Come on.
Woo.
I wish I had like 4 kids. This is the first time I've ever wanted 4 kids.
Well, yeah. And somebody was listening to something. It wasn't like official advice or nothing like that, but they was saying that they had heard that if you ain't done your taxes yet, maybe just hold off just a little bit till you get this check first and then do your taxes. Something about like if you do your taxes and it may be delayed because you're still trying to get to the other people. I don't know.
Yeah, you could just file an extension with the IRS.
I do mine late in the year anyway.
I do too. Yeah.
I do mine right away.
You've already done yours?
Yep.
How does it feel to have your crap together?
It feels pretty good, man, to be honest.
You do yours yourself or you go and get it?
No, I have somebody do mine. But I just rather get my stuff, get it all together, get it turned in, get them done, and be finished with it.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting to the last minute and got to get an extension, and then what if, I forget or.
If and butts were candies and nuts,
Yeah.
We'd all have a Merry Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Isn't that how the saying goes?
I don't know.
I ain't never heard of that.
If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, I've heard it.
I feel like I heard the first half, but I don't know if it ended with Hanukkah.
It doesn't typically, but I wanted to make sure our Jewish brethren felt included.
It makes me think about it. Who did that? Anna Yarmulke. You know that Hanukkah song? Was that Adam Sandler?
On your yarmulke, it's time to celebrate Hanukkah. O.J. Simpson, not a Jew, but guess who is? Former President Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Sandler fan. Big Adam Sandler fan. I feel like Hayden's probably a big Adam Sandler fan.
Yeah.
I feel like that's your version of like stoner comedy.
Do what, Hayden?
So yeah, most of his old stuff, not too much of his new stuff.
That's what I was about to say too, Hayden. Even like Will Ferrell,
You bite your tongue talking about Will Ferrell.
They was all better way back in the day. I think because there came a time where like they're trying to be too funny, too raunchy.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Ed, it's bullcrap. Don't get me wrong. I
love
love the ladies.
ladies.
I mean, they rev my engine.
Oh, sorry. That's such a great movie. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. My son loves this commercial.
It's
like,
pretty
he
good.
freaking loves it. Get him. Sprinkles! That's his favorite part. He does that every single time.
I do like this one, but the one with the Cheetos and Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, see,
Mila Kunis is hot.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know. Like, I like some throwbacks, but I just wasn't too much of a fan of that one. But I like the tag team. Remember when they came out and then it was like tag team, and then it was somebody else, and they had like the one was whoop, there it is, and it was whoop, there it is, and the other one was womp, there it is, and they had like very, very similar songs.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
It was like they
had a whoop and womp.
Yeah, so it was like in Atlanta, and they come up with a song, but it was like they came out with it was two different groups, almost like one of them got kicked out of a group, and he's like, okay, then we're just going to take this song.
we're going to womp there it is.
Yeah, we're going to womp there it is.
You take your womp there it is. We're going to raise you a womp.
And so it was two songs with similar names and similar beats, just a little different, but they was both hits back in the day. But I think the whoop there it is ended up kind of lasting longer.
Yeah.
I think there's some lawsuits going on or something.
And it's whoop. People don't understand how you spell it. It's not whoop, there it is.
One of them was whoop, there it is. The other was womp. So I'm so saying there's two of them.
Womp.
Yep.
I tell you.
Womp.
That's how you officially pronounce that. Womp.
There it is.
Hell. Hey you. Hey you. What's wrong, man? Marshall Mathers is tired.
Yeah, man.
Slim Shady, will you please wake up? Will the real Slim Shady please wake up?
He's here, but
that was a good one, by the way.
Yeah, I was.
Will the real Slim Shady please
Probably the best
wake
one
up.
you said today. Everything else was
garbage.
Says the guy who says, "Can I change the subject? I heard a song at my daughter's softball game." The end.
South Africa and such. The U.S. needs to support the U.S. and
Marshall's like, hey, my daughter played softball yesterday. You know what?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some.
I like to get my taxes done early.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so.
Check out my flannel.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so.
She was about to start talking about Osama bin Laden there for a second.
You think? Is that where she was headed?
Yeah, she
like,
said.
Listen.
She said Osama.
I believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people.
Right there.
Sama.
No, I think she was saying some people. Where was she trying to go? Where was she trying to go?
That U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation.
She said some people because she doesn't speak very well.
I like how she said.
And that some ran together. Some
U.S. Americans. I love that part.
Yeah, U.S.
Americans. Yeah.
And I'm proud to be a U.S. American. Where at least I know I'm Osama.
Bless her heart. Do you imagine, like, that's gonna live on forever.
Yeah.
But people like that, you just disappear. You know, you just.
Oh, she didn't disappear. Let's find out where she
went. You just go away and just have kids and live your life.
Connor, can you find out what happened to Miss South Carolina, please? I'm sure some illustrious.
I mean, like, what year was it?
Well,
we'd have to look up Miss South Carolina, like, what year?
Oh, no. You just type in Miss South Carolina, and it pops up. Look. I typed in Miss South.
Yeah.
And Carolina is the number one search item right there at the top. 2007, Miss South Carolina 2007 is Lauren Caitlin Upton.
Bless her heart.
She's still hot, though. I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, okay.
Yeah. What was? We didn't know what the question was.
She was asked why 1/5 of Americans can't find the U.S. on a map, which is where U.S. Americans came from.
Oh, so
she turned the question back around. The question was, why can't 1/5 of Americans find the U.S. on a map? That makes the answer even worse. By the way.
And then next thing you know, we're in Iraq and South Africa.
So why can't 1/5 of Americans find the U.S.? Miss Upton, it is your turn to answer your trivia question. Why can't 1/5 of Americans find the U.S. on a map?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Yeah, knowing the question made that 10 times worse.
Sure. Way worse.
Golly.
Wow. Connor, where is she now? Do you know?
Got married, had kids.
There we go.
She's just
there it is,
life.
doing it up.
Disappear.
Yo, a Boomer and the Beard will be right back. 15 minutes to the bottom of the hour.
Boomer and the Beard.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. Buy your premium queen-sized MyPillow for $29.99. That's right, $29.99 for a premium queen-size MyPillow, only $5 more for the king size. Go to MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout.
Are you tired? Do you suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrative Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrative Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
Ah, but there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. WebUnderdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, WebUnderdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact WebUnderdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 9980667 and online at webunderdog.com. Web Underdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Where Alabama talks. WVNN. Depend on it.
I mean, come on, Ed, it's bullcrap. Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. I'm so glad that you've chosen to be here with us today. My Pillow. We need to support the American Patriot, Mike Lindell. You already know that he's canceled by every retail business in the world, but he is not canceled by us. You can go to his website, mypillow.com. Make sure you click on the radio listeners tab and go to radio specials and use promo code BEARD at checkout. They've got all kinds of stuff. They got buy one, get one on Giza sheets. They got discounts on their bathrobes. They got discounts on you name it. They've got a discount. In fact, you can get a discount on everything on their site by using promo code BEARD at checkout. So all you got to do, go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout for a deep discount on anything you want. So there's that. Did we see? Has anyone seen the Dr. Ben Carson response to what am I trying to say? What's Dr. Seuss? He said, I do not like to cancel books. I do not like the way that looks. I do not like it here nor there. I do not like it anywhere. I do not like it in the store. I do not want it anymore. I do think it is past time for thoughts to not be a crime. I do hope one day to see across my country 'tis of thee books used to read and learn instead of set ablaze to burn. Our heritage for all to share, freedom, freedom everywhere, our nation's story rich and vast, our true history taught in class, a special place for all to be, a place known by its liberty.
Amen.
Oh, we'll drop amen on him.
I like Dr. Carson.
I like Dr. Seuss.
Yep, that too.
All right, so we gotta dive into this dog story. This you've got me perplexed here with this Biden dog story.
Well, and that story right there got a little deeper also about the color of the skin.
Hello, chap.
Yeah.
Hello, Governor.
Says Meghan says UK royals refused to make her son a prince due to his skin color concerns.
Hello, chap. Does anyone know how brown the baby's going to be? Is he going to be completely brown or sort of brown? If he's completely brown, there's no chance he could be a prince.
So it was a little deeper than just like one person making a comment.
It was a little deeper than just his color of his skin.
Oh, if he has a little bit of shade, he can't be a prince.
If he tans too long, he's out. You see what I'm saying? If he stays in the oven, cooks a little too long, he gone. Don't get crispy.
You hear stuff like how it's evolving, and it's almost like, well, we was talking about yesterday how she's a little grumpy.
She's a little high maintenance.
She's a little grumpy.
She's on that
stuff.
crazy hot matrix. That
may not be
I
too
think
bad.
I think she's hot. I think her hot covers are crazy still.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody acts like it's just she's pulling them out and she's all the problem. I mean,
hello, chap.
It seems
how
like
brown's the baby going to be?
She got some reasons, but anyway, get on to what are they talking about the dogs?
How brown is the baby going to be, Governor? Is the baby going to be completely brown or sort of brown? A medium shade of brown may be acceptable.
Obviously, no shade was
We're going to want a lily white
They're taking
child.
no shade over there.
Lily white, please. I'll take lily white for 100, James.
Yep, they want to know pure.
They didn't even. Hey, don't spill any paint in the bucket. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They didn't want that paint mixing at all. You know, you go to Lowe's and you put a little paint.
Somebody got a meme with them holding the baby and it says the Fresh Prince and it's got Will Smith's head on it.
That's pretty good.
Oh man, memes are the best.
Oh,
man,
I
memes
love
are
'em.
the best. I love a good meme.
I love just finding
Hello,
a page.
Governor.
It's nothing but memes.
You know what? You would like that.
I do.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, anyways, this Biden story here, you know, one of his dogs was already in the White House for 8 years, right? So he's quite familiar with the layout and, you know. But he's like 13 years old. And so President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill have sent their 2 German Shepherds back to their home in Delaware, alleging one of the dogs acted aggressively and there was a, quote, biting incident.
Why did the dog all of a sudden get aggressive?
He's 13 years old.
No, hold on. It gets better.
He's 13 years old, though?
That's not the one that bit anybody.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's 2 dogs, right? So we have Major, which is the younger of the 2, and then, let's see, where's the other one's name? Champ. Major and Champ.
So Champ's the old one.
Champ's old. Champ's 13. He's been there. He's been in the White House he's been 8 years in the White House. But Major, on the other hand, he's not but 3.
He got in the Hunter's stash. That's what happened. He got in the Hunter's stash and was just like
he got
he started.
He got into some of that go-go
there.
juice,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
Got into some of that powder.
Yeah.
He found him some of that powder. Hayden's like, where? But the 3-year-old was purchased. Good Lord, like it's a freaking. Anyways, the 3-year-old was adopted to be a companion for the 13-year-old. First of all, can we get a dog as a companion that maybe a little closer in age?
So Biden's service dog needed a service dog. Is what they're talking about.
Right. That's like Hugh Hefner. Age difference there, 3 and 13. You got to think about that. I mean, in dog years, what is it multiplied time? What's the calculation on dog years, Connor?
I think it's
8?
7.
7?
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
So what's 13 times 7? It's 91.
Sure.
Isn't it?
It sounds good.
Yeah.
How do you like that math right there?
It was decent.
Decent?
Yeah.
It was lightning fast and spot on. Where I'm from, we call that great.
Oh. Well, in your land of 2 people. I guess, yeah.
Such as?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans
Hayden's
are
so
unable
happy
to
right
do
now.
so
Hayden is so happy
because,
right now because somebody else is getting the Miss USA treatment.
Look.
I'm glad we broke it down today, though.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, we broke it down with the.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to.
Waiting on you, buddy. You were going to finish your sentence, or
He got that trigger. He got that. He got that trigger finger ready.
It's the only thing he knows to do, so he just keeps doing it over and over and over and over and over and over.
I personally believe.
I just want to start everything off today with I personally believe from now on.
I'm going to call everybody U.S. Americans all day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking away from this. Anyways, so 91, and then what is 3 times? This is 21. So there's your age difference. That's that is Hugh Hefner and his girlfriend age difference there. May he rest in peace. Sorry, pour one off my homie. My bad, I forgot. What a life though. Anyways, man. Anyways, he was adopted from a shelter, and the little 3-year-old apparently bit a security staff. The 13-year-old, the old dog, was doing fine and did fine for 8 years in the White House. But they let these dogs just run roughshod over the White House. They didn't. Can you imagine? You're walking through the White House, and here comes 2 German Shepherds, like a pack of wild dogs roaming the hallways. Like that is like that. I disagree with one thing you said. I'm dang proud of the Bidens because they didn't have some frou-frou dog in there. They had some freaking real dogs. They had some man's dogs. You know what I'm saying? And if the man's dog, look, that security dude probably got his hand out there. That's a wild pack of dogs roaming. They out looking for food, man.
That little 3-year-old said, "I'm security." I bet they're taking dumps and pissing.
Where do you think they didn't dump? I mean, if I'm a dog in the White House, I'm going to every corner of the. Is there a corner in an Oval Office? Anyways, no, there actually are corners. It's not. It's oval in like general shape, but it's not round construction. Have you ever seen a picture of it?
Yeah.
Have you ever paid attention to the architecture?
No.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. I'm just
making stuff up.
That's what I'm doing right there.
Yeah, you are doing that.
I do it every day. So I don't know. It is. I don't. I'm having a hard time just imagining a bunch, like just a pack of dogs roaming. Like you going. Hey, you going over here to the Lincoln Library and all. Like that would freak me out. It'd be even worse if there's a bunch of little Shih Tzus running around, you know? What if you had like 5 or 6 Shih Tzus just packed up?
Ankle biters.
Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The guidelines are out for those of you who have been vaccinated. 2 weeks after receiving your final dose, you can gather indoors with small groups of other fully vaccinated people and those who have not been vaccinated, as long as they don't have any underlying medical conditions. However, ABC's Andrew Dimbert says don't throw away the mask yet.
Health officials are cautioning the nation not to get complacent. COVID-19 is still here, and millions still haven't been vaccinated. And with new variants of the virus here in the U.S., the CDC is urging even vaccinated Americans to wear masks and social distance when in public.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Yvonne Maldonado with more on that.
We are still concerned about variants that may be occurring around the world, and we don't want to bring those home. We already have enough here, and we want to keep the transmission down as low as possible.
The House is expected to vote tomorrow on the nearly $2 trillion pandemic relief bill. ABC News Chief White House correspondent Cecilia Vega with more on some of the changes that have been ironed out.
The president did end up having to make a few concessions. Fewer people are going to be eligible for those stimulus checks. If you earn $75,000 a year or less, you're going to get the $1,400. But if you earn less than $80,000 a year, you're looking at a much smaller check. Weekly unemployment benefits. The White House wanted those to be around $400. They're going to end up being around $300.
Checks could go out by the end of March if the bill is signed this week. Another surge of migrants at the southern border. Tens of thousands of people trying to cross in the past month. Reaction coming in from those in Britain who've finally seen the full Meghan and Harry interview with Oprah Winfrey.
I think it's a shame that they did it. I think it is very personal what they've talked about. Any family would be upset about that coming out.
The Times of London is reporting that Queen Elizabeth refused to sign off on a prepared statement that officials hope might de-escalate tensions. She was believed to have wanted more time to consider her response. You're listening to ABC News.
Paid for by Asset Marketing Services, LLC.
Have you heard? A secret hoard of 1882 Morgan silver dollars has been found. These gorgeous 1882 old Morgans are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 160 of these coins are available. Coin experts are calling the Great Southern Treasury Hoard an incredible opportunity. Just call govmint.com at 1-800-509-6468, and you're guaranteed a mint condition 1882 Morgan silver dollar, featuring the iconic O Mint mark of the New Orleans Mint. These 139-year-old coins were found in sealed bags that have been untouched since 1882. That makes these unopened bags of Morgan silver dollars extremely rare. To learn more, call 1-800-509-6468. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $10 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-509-6468 now to secure your 1882 old Morgan silver dollar coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-509-6468.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo.
Cookie dough magic, now open in Huntsville. 12 delicious flavors in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more. Cookie dough magic, now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com.
It's your news now. WVNN. Depend on it.
I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. We are live from the Chick-fil-A studios here in Athens, Alabama. Chick-fil-A is hiring with 2 locations, one at Highway 31 South, one on the Beltline, both in Decatur. Mackenzie, go talk to her. Tell her the Beard sent you. They're looking for great people to join their staff. I was a part of I am an illustrious alumnus of the Chick-fil-A employment structure, and outside of my PTSD, my pleasure traumatic stress disorder from saying my pleasure so much, outside of that, I've recovered pretty well, and it was a great experience. So go talk to them, let them know the Beard sent you. Joining us now from Arkansas is the man, the myth, the legend, the host of the Bearded Men of Real Estate podcast, and officially the 3rd best beard on the screen currently. I'm just kidding. He's got to. I'm probably the 3rd. I probably run 3rd place. Either way, Ray Ellen, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Man, we are good. We are good. How are things in Arkansas?
It's good. And just so you know, Arkansas became a state before Kansas, so really Kansas should be called Kansas.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, a lot of people say Arkansas, and I can see where they get it, but it should be Kansas.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the way Arkansas is spelled makes that a little challenging. But that's okay. What's going on over there in technology world?
So it's really kind of like one of those quiet spring times in the tech world. There's not a whole lot coming. Everyone's kind of waiting to see what Apple's going to do. There have been a couple of kind of big tech stories, so we'll take it to cars. Would you guys ever ride or drive an electric car?
Yes.
Yep.
Fully electric? You're big fans?
I like the Rivian. I think the Rivian looks nice, and then the new Hummer EV looks pretty cool. I would probably give those 2 a go.
The Mustang Mach-E, I like that.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
And they got like a sport version with more power.
Yeah, so I mean, and I would probably give, if Tesla could get their consumer ratings up, I mean, because they're getting murdered in the press right now and on Twitter and in the user world for their product quality standards. They just have too big a variance on what I mean. It's like driving a Jeep. You'll be driving down the road, if it starts raining, water starts leaking in different places, and I mean, you're a Jeep driver. You know what I'm talking about.
My assistant drives a Tesla. And I got to ride in it a couple of times. He's taken me around a couple of places.
Can I be your assistant? It sounds like the pay is really, really good.
All right, I know. That's what I told him.
You're like, I'm paying you too much.
Yeah. So he can put his foot just like barely on the accelerator and just kind of tap it, and that thing goes so fast. The response is so much faster because you're not injecting the fuel and then waiting on the fuel to catch fire in order to make it go, right?
Right.
So on his Tesla, there's a couple of times where he could just hit a button and it kind of drives itself. So the next part of my question is, okay, you said okay to an electric car. What about a self-driving car? You no-go?
Yeah, I was in a new F-150 of 2021, and it was driving itself. I set the cruise, I hit the lane something, and all I had to do was keep a little the steering. It had to sense I was on the steering wheel just a little bit, but if I just kept a finger on there so that it felt tension, it drove itself. I went all the way down 31 from Athens to Calhoun. Yep. And then if
So
it got
think
too
about
close,
everything else you could do.
yeah, I mean it'll back off the speed and everything.
My mom's is like that. She just got a new Sienna, and it's like that. Where I mean, it's well, I will never be that guy. That's never gonna be me.
It's weird.
Just personal. I mean,
so
because
back in the day, like in the 50s.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. In the 50s and 40s, they had these drawings of people sitting in cars, and they were basically like a little living room, and the little living room was driving down the road. We're getting there. A company called Waymo, and they simulated real-world crashes to prove that its self-driving cars could prevent deaths. So this is really interesting. This was in Arizona. They published more than 6.1 million miles of driving data for their own driving data in 2019 and 2020, including 18 crashes and 29 near-miss collisions. Let's see, and there were incidents in which the operators took over control in order to avoid something, and they also did simulations testing that. Now you might say, well, this electric car company is doing simulations that are going to favor them. They've made this data available for people to review. So they're really taking the transparency to a whole new level in order to prove that their self-driving cars could have prevented all of these crashes. So Waymo says that it would have mitigated 88 of 91 total simulations that had for crashes with one vehicle. And let me see, there's some other data here. It says, we are not saying that we would eliminate all fatalities, but what we are saying is that the best way to reduce chances of serious injury would be to take an evasive maneuver when that's possible. So they're saying the evasive maneuvers, let the car figure it out.
Yeah, so here's where I'm at on that. I'll tell you straight up. There's never going to be unless there's a limo driver, unless there's a human being in the front driving something, the only living room I'm going to be sitting in is going to be in my freaking house. I am not the guy to be sitting in a vehicle just kicking it old school, feet up, while the machine drives itself down the road. Call me old school, I guess. I'm not sure. But I am out on. I'm out on the whole. I'm just out on that. Did we lose you, Ray? Yeah, I think we lost.
Yeah, you're like breaking up a little bit.
Okay, we got some issues going on over here. But I'm where are you guys at on this? Are you?
When I did have that little. It was more like a lane keeping deal, but I mean when you set the cruise and do the lane keeping, it was driving itself. And I didn't feel comfortable at all. I didn't like it.
Were you going to kick back and would you have been able to watch a movie?
No. I mean, plus it was my first time, so it's like I'm trying to make sure. And then so if I wouldn't touch the steering wheel,
right,
it just started hitting the brakes. Like it gave me like a 30-second warning, and then whenever I still didn't touch the steering wheel, it tried to come to a complete stop. But yeah, it's just too,
What about your Harley? Did your Harley do that?
No. And I'm not going to drive a car that does that. I mean, just where I'm at.
So, in the future, though, if you think about where we all come from, right? We all started driving when we were like 13, 14, driving around farms and driving around roads. And so we've always kind of been in control, and we were always driving. If you think about our grandparents, right? A lot of us remember how our grandparents would drive a little bit slower. Well, cars were invented when they were like adults. So it makes sense that they would be slower to adopt the technology and, pedal to the metal, drive fast. We're used to it. So we grew up driving quickly. Well, our kids are going to grow up sitting in a car, and the car is going to be driving. So I have all kinds of questions about it. But I could see a world in the near future where we are the quote-unquote boomers who want to keep touching the steering wheel, and our kids are like, don't touch the steering wheel. Just let it drive, Dad.
Yeah, no, I totally see that. My son's sitting there saying,
Well, that's boring.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I want to drive the car. I enjoy driving the vehicle. Like, I will intentionally, like, buy manual transmissions from now on just so that is impossible. Like, there's always going to be a way around it. And look, there may be some AI or whatever that is a better driver than me, but in a crash situation, and I mean, I think the human instinct of a well-trained driver will always be hard to replicate.
Well, and that's the key word, trained. I mean, we're slowly losing the ability to do anything for ourselves.
They're actually training the AI to be more responsive than the human.
Yep, and then we're going to be totally dependent on AI.
And then the machines are going to take over and kill us all.
Next thing you know,
Will
we got
Smith
John
was
Connor
right.
coming back to save the world.
Like the Fifth Element.
Oh, I was thinking iRobot.
Yeah, iRobot. That's a good one too. Yeah.
Speaking of Will Smith,
but we've got a minute left, Ray. I want to get your thoughts on. Well, you know, we've been harping on the old crown over here, the monarchy. I want to get your thoughts on the comments that Meghan Markle has made.
So to tell you the truth, I'm so unplugged from what's happening over there that I haven't even heard the comments. And
so she basically said that there was concern in the family that about how brown the baby would be. What shade of brown? Like, was it going to be too brown?
Yeah.
Like, was it going to be extra crispy or like mid-rare? Like, where was the thing going to come out on the brown scale? And so
Dark meat
the
or white
bigger
meat.
Yeah, that's right. The bigger, more important question is in terms of the crazy hot matrix, is Meghan Markle hot enough to out-hot the crazy?
Ooh, that is a good question. If the crazy hot matrix is true, then no, you can't out hot the crazy. It'll always come back and get you. It just probably takes more time. But on the I'm not surprised by that. I'm surprised that people are surprised. I mean, it's super old school. It's a freaking queen of a country. Like, we've kind of all moved on from that, and yet monarchs are still there, right? It's
of a
just
lily white
figurehead.
country, no less.
Yes, yeah. Very little integration, I think, into what is currently happening around the world, and they haven't been exposed like Americans have. You know, there was we've been talking about the browning of America for years, and it's like not a big deal here. But
it's like you season it and throw it in a pan, brown it.
Who cares?
Ray Ellen, let's go to a break. Hayden, Ray Ellen, the host of the Bearded Men of Real Estate podcast, every single Wednesday, noon, wherever you get your podcast. Catch him on the live stream at Ray Zorback on Instagram. Ray, as always, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
See you guys later.
All right, buddy.
Boomer and the Beard.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I could barely walk on it.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600 at Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it.
I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
The talk station in Alabama, WVNN. Depend on it.
Down the back road. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So thankful you've chosen to join us here this morning. We don't know what we'd do without you, or what you'd do without us, quite frankly. We are proud to announce Cookie Dough Magic is going to be hosting the Bearded Birthday Bash on the 20th. Saturday, we're going to go over there and we're going to all get together. So more announcements and details coming about that. But we are all going to get together at Cookie Dough Magic. It'll be the shortest commute Hayden's ever had to go to work. So Cookie Dough Magic on Jefferson Street, downtown Huntsville. Me and the boys will be hanging out there at the store. We'll do some live streaming, some podcasting, and interact with you guys as you come through and get some cookie dough and say hello and maybe stroke a beard or two if you have your vaccination. I'm lying. You can't touch my beard.
Speaking of vaccinations, it was like 2 weeks ago they're telling us if you get vaccinated, you still got to wear a mask and socially distance. Now,
you got to hit the moving target, man.
Now the CDC just now put out you can take your mask off if you've been vaccinated. I mean, that's why everybody's so disgusted with everything. We're sick of this back and forth. Fauci says something, and then 2 weeks later he's saying something else.
Moving target.
I know.
Moving target.
So
kind of like Dak Prescott. Got that Dak money. I'm about to have that Dak money when I get that stimulus.
CDC,
hit me with that stimuli.
CDC says.
CDC can't do crap. That's what that stands for. No, I got a giggle out of Connor. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, good little acronym. I like it.
I just came up with it on the fly.
I can believe it.
Connor's got his little snark going this morning, doesn't he?
Learned a new word, acronym today.
Pretty sure he learned that a long time ago.
No, he was talking about him.
Yeah, us. Yeah, you know, he's always putting out these big words I ain't never said before.
I ain't even never say.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Break that sentence down, Connor.
We need it simple.
We'd be here all the rest of the show.
I ain't even never say. I ain't even never say.
Well, hey, as long as y'all know what I'm saying, that's all that matters.
Well, I don't even never say.
You get my drift?
I do.
You smelling what I'm stepping in?
What's that when people says?
People says?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be stuck on your English the rest of the show.
Couldn't care less.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so.
And then some people say I could care less.
Well, but that's a big pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Because if you could care less, you would be caring more.
Right? Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I could care less means it's not the lowest. I mean, but when people say that, like, I could care less. Well, if you could care less, then
you're still caring.
You still got some right. There's still some room there.
You still got some care left, didn't you?
Yeah, it's couldn't.
Yep.
For the record, couldn't care less.
In defense of could care less.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
It does imply, yes, that you do care, but I think that it implies also that to stop caring would be no skin off your back. Like the caring exists, but like it's tenuous. Like don't mess with it, because if I leave this, it's all right. But you can't afford for me to leave this. You know.
Tenuous got him. Tenuous got him. He didn't know. You said tenuous, and his brain started rattling. He lost everything after tenuous. Right. Do you need him to define that for you?
I need Miss South Carolina to translate that for me.
I personally believe that yes.
Tenuous, Connor, hit him.
Tenuous, not on a stable foundation.
Like sketchy.
Yeah.
So
janky. Bootleg.
So what you're saying, Connor, is you could just take that anyway. I mean, like, could care less, couldn't care less.
They're different. I don't think that they're necessarily interchangeable, but I think both have a purpose. Both have a place.
I can get on board with that. Yeah. I can get on board with that. And could care less means exactly what it sounds like. You care a little bit more than couldn't care less, but not enough to really care.
But back to the point, 99.
What he's saying is, don't try me.
Yeah, and that's it's a good.
I could care less, so be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I couldn't care less is I'm out. Deuces.
Yeah. Couldn't care less means I'm done with you now.
I could care less means I might be done with you soon.
Yeah, and don't push me. Don't push your limit, Zach.
Don't push me.
You hear me?
Don't push
me. But 99% of people that says that means to say
yes, correct.
Couldn't care less, and they just say could care less. So, but now
Connor's a young kid.
Yeah, Connor's broke it down for everybody.
They're always trying to push the boundaries of modern language.
Pushing the envelope every day.
So Connor, because we was talking about the driving cars and stuff, I feel like that's going to be totally generational. But how do you feel about that? Would you feel comfortable
today? Not a full self-driving, no. Now, some of the like automatic highway technology that they have, I think is pretty reliable, but it's still very driver involved. So I don't think that we're anywhere close to full self-driving. They define it in 5 levels of self-driving in terms of regulation and stuff like that. I don't think anybody has surpassed a level 3 yet, and I doubt we'll see level 5, which is absolutely full self-driving for many, many years.
I agree.
Hayden's over there like.
I personally believe that.
I get what you're saying though, because you can't just have stripes on a road and the same stripes we've always had, and then these vehicles are picking up just the stripes. I feel like they need more of like maybe a magnetic rail or something down inside some type of.
Complete infrastructural overhaul.
That's what it's going to take.
It is going to take some additional infrastructure.
You can't just do the cars. You got to improve the roads also.
So who funds that when that time comes?
It's got to be state governments that step forward and say this is something that we want to commit to.
Good, but we'll never have that. So.
Ain't got to worry about that in Alabama. Meemaw ain't going to stand for that, by God.
She could care less.
But that's what I was thinking about when I was going, and I chose to do that down 31, so it's pretty straight.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, man, they need to re-strip these roads, because some of them you got pieces missing, and then some of them are just faded out really bad, but it still did a good job staying in lane. I mean, it was constantly correcting itself. It was just weird though. My neighbor has an electric car. He just backs in, plugs it up to his house every day.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm. He's against gas motors, so he sling blades his yard, hangs his clothes out.
Wait, hold on. You sling blade?
No gas powered anything.
What's a sling blade?
You just cut your grass with it. You just back and forth, just to knocking that grass down.
I still use little scissors. Get down on hands and knees. Just go down. It takes forever.
There's a real mower that doesn't have any power.
Yeah, the one with the blades that just spins like that.
Yeah.
It's too expensive for him.
But he drives an electric car.
Yeah, it's a little tiny Honda.
Honda makes an EV?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
I remember today he got
sling blade.
Oh yeah. I mean, he stays active.
You've never used a sling blade?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Switchblade?
No, it's out there.
But that'd be hard to cut a grass with a switchblade.
But he
Not if
stays
you're committed
active.
enough.
I I feel like people like that also, though, you know, they're more prone to like go hiking and do outdoor activities and stuff like that. I mean, they're walking all the time. That's cool though. I mean, we hung out clothes when we was young, but
did we just stereotype electric? I think we just, yeah. That's why people think we're a bunch of backwoods, redneck, good, racist, bigoted.
It's pretty cool though. You just back in, plug up your car.
Run over to Walmart and grab you a charge.
Yeah.
We got an electric charging station at our Walmart here in Athens. I've seen it used once.
What happens when you're driving your electric car and you're going on a trip and all of a sudden you need to charge your car and there is no charging station?
See that?
Well,
I'm not going now we can pretty much find a gas station.
But I'm not going on a trip in an electric car.
Oh, but people do.
But they have those cars like within the Tesla in their mapping system. Like it tells you where every Tesla charging station is so that you can route plan.
And they've got them mapped out on big highways and something, so that makes it more convenient if you're going long distances.
Like the Harley. I read an article the other day. Harley came out with that electric bike of theirs, and it gets pretty decent reviews.
The Livewire.
The Livewire. And a guy did a bike trip on it. One of the magazine guys.
Yeah.
And he charted out like it ended up taking him like 4 hours more than it would have taken him because of the different places he had to stop and how wind, for instance, had such a big effect on the amount of distance he could go. Like when he left from gas station A to get to charging station B, he encountered a bunch of wind and uphill roads and ended up not making it.
Yep.
So he's on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Deader than a hammer.
That's my point.
Yeah, I think they need to have a gas backup.
Because there's not as many charging stations as there are gas stations.
Yep, combustible engine.
Right.
Hybrid technologies.
Yeah, it's just a developing infrastructure.
It's coming.
But it'll get there,
yeah,
I believe.
It's coming.
I think maybe in Connor's generation.
Yeah, I think give it another 10 years and it'll be minimal inconvenience.
I don't know about that. I could care less.
That means don't try you.
Don't try me. Mess with me on that electric vehicle, then I couldn't care less. See what I did there? Yep. When we come back, we got to talk about this Donald Trump cease and desist because I figured out what I was trying to say earlier, and I think I'm right. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
And even our old fart co-host.
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
President Biden getting ready for a primetime address. ABC senior White House correspondent Mary Bruce says it'll be held on Thursday night, marking 1 year since the beginning of the pandemic.
His first primetime address marking the 1 year anniversary of the coronavirus shutdown that has changed virtually every aspect of Americans' lives. We are told he plans to address the suffering and sacrifices that Americans have made, honor the lives lost, and also look ahead, urging Americans to do their part to fight this virus so we can hopefully finally get back to some sense of normal.
The CDC is out with new guidelines saying those who have been fully vaccinated can congregate in small groups with others who have been fully vaccinated and those who haven't, so long as there are no underlying medical conditions. President Biden is expected to sign the COVID relief bill into law this week. That means those stimulus checks could be in the mail by the end of the month. The full amount will go to Americans making $75,000 a year or less. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to MyPillow.com. radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, MyPillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A treehouse.
Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at PurcellLumberandMillShop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
Well, the New York Times published an article the other day that must have made every liberal reader orgasmic. Silicon Valley billionaires are remaking American scrolls. Some of them are offering grants to encourage innovation. Others, like Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, are taking a more profitable approach. He's got software in 100 schools which supposedly puts kids in charge of their own learning and turns teachers into facilitators and mentors. Obviously, if his software takes off, it's a huge market and paid for by taxpayers, not Zuckerberg. Now, while these rich and influential titans of technology are focused on education, millions of students are serving as de facto beta testers for their ideas, as the Times puts it anyway. That's sure to bring a smile to every liberal. I mean, this has all the elements. Rich, successful, progressive tech gurus on federal subsidies giving back to the community, beta testing their kids. But in reality, this is a damning indictment of the state of public education. With all the money American taxpayers have poured into it for decades, we ought to have the best education system in the world now, not years in the future, and we shouldn't need these tech titans to do it. Instead, we have massive institutional failure, an education system that has been run into the ground by liberals and their unions in the first place. And unless that's acknowledged, new technology, no matter how great, will not turn it around.
Mahindra is the official tractor of Tough. And if you ask Mahindra owners, they'll tell you we're also the official tractor of working through a long, hard winter, and the official tractor of getting your land ready for spring. And right now, Mahindra is the official tractor of spring savings. Save thousands or get 0% interest on tough new Mahindra tractors during the Mahindra Spring Sales event. Your Mahindra dealer has spring savings on subcompact tractors all the way up to utility tractors. Stop by, or you'll officially be missing great deals on Mahindra. Learn more at whymahindra.com. On select models for a limited time only, go to whymahindra.com for more information.
Take advantage of rock-bottom prices and great financing on new Mahindra subcompact, compact, or utility tractors or Mahindra utility vehicles. To find your dealer and...
This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Well, I ain't got no money. All right, come on, Gary. Okay, here we go. Nope, I ain't got no fancy cars. I ain't got no excuses neither. Hanging at the bar. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. Laid out the chicken and waffles with the spicy syrup. Come on. There's not a better place to grab a breakfast if you like quality food and great coffee than Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. Be sure to place an order on by phone or whatever. You roll up, let them know you're there. They will bring it out to your car. It's unbelievable. They're on Memorial Parkway in Huntsville. Give them a call at 256-489-1223. That is Just Love Coffee Cafe. Make sure to go get some of them chicken and waffles or a omelet or any of the other delicious foods that they have to offer, and the best coffee I've ever tasted in my entire life, and that's no joke. I don't drink coffee, and I can drink coffee there without sugar in it. It's crazy. It's literally the first coffee I've ever had where I'm like, wow, that's actually good. Like, not just like, a lot of times you drink coffee for the, like, it's like gas. Nobody likes buying gas, but you need it for your car. Coffee has a very similar effect. There's very few people that drink it. They're like, man, that's delicious. But their coffee really is delicious. So give them a call. And they've got a Just Brewing, a new operation about to open here in March, hopefully, over in Madison. So we'll have a numero dos location. So there you go. Well, we talked about Donald Trump earlier, the cease and desist letter. And so I wanted to bring this up and talk about, I found the article where they have that and the response. President Donald Trump and the Republican National Committee fired up a feud over the use of his name and likeness, and neither are backing down. The former president had his lawyers send to RNC a cease and desist, demand that it stop using his likeness in fundraising efforts. On Monday, RNC Chief Counsel Justin Reamer sent, what a name for an attorney, by the way.
Yeah, right.
What a name. The Reamster. Hey, you know what they call, you might have the hammer. I'm the Reamer.
Going up against the Reamer today.
Jack the Reamer. See what I did there?
Yeah, sorry.
Anyways, he said that he has every right to refer to a public figure as it engages in core First Amendment protected political speech. So public figures will, every time they lose their, like, you don't get First Amendment protection as a public figure. People like a celebrity can't tell us we can't talk about public stuff. So the main question is, how are they using his likeness, right? And that, so if they're just referring to his, like, the fact that he was the president, he will not be able to stop that because he's a public figure. So public figures have a specific. Let's see, public figure.
See, now I need more info on what defines a public figure and a private figure, and can you go from public back to private? Like where's the? Now we need to dig a little deeper into that. Is what
Without malice or falsehoods or reckless disregard, the public figures are. They're protected. They're not protected at all. So there has to be malice proven. There has to be some kind of defamation of sorts.
It makes sense.
It does because yeah. I mean, you kind of basically the standard is much higher for proof for public figures.
Okay,
Like
but then taking in money using somebody else's likeness. I mean,
but they're using the public figure. This guy was the president.
Okay.
Support the Republican Party. They're not a corporation profiting from his likeness, as in they put his face on a T-shirt and they sold it. They're using his public figureness to raise money for the cause. Make sense? I'm not saying it's 100% cut and dry, clear, black and white, but that is why they're going to continue to do it and probably do so successfully.
Well, I hope that fires them up even more.
Fire them up! So we didn't talk about this yesterday, but yesterday was indeed National Women's Day. So happy National Women's Day to all you ladies out there. And Burger King pretty much killed the day. I mean, they won the day. An unbelievable story. So Burger King fires out a tweet. All it says, women belong in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, Ed, it's bullcrap. Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they're my engine.
Women belong in the kitchen.
Make me a sandwich.
In a series of subsequent tweets, the fast food giant points out the lack of female chefs in the restaurant business. So, genius play here. If they want to, of course, said the next tweet. Yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career. Checkmate.
They put that first one out with no context just to get attention.
Bingo. And it was
genius.
Genius. This is the best marketing play I think I've seen in the last 10 years. Easy. In the world that we live in. I mean, that'd be like Black Lives Matter tweeting something overtly racist just to get attention and then using it to raise money for their cause, right?
Right.
I mean, it's absolutely incredible because they knew exactly what they were doing.
Burger King been paying attention to Dr. Seuss and what's his name?
Burger King's been watching Mike Lindell's pillow sales go through the roof and said, "Hey, check this out.
Hey, let's cancel ourselves.
Hey, women.
Yes.
Hey, women. Hey, woman, get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich."
Yes,
because we want more chefs to be women, and we're empowering women. It's all about women.
I wonder how long they let that stew before they started giving explanations.
Do we have any idea how long it sat, Connor?
I don't know. My guess is that they probably tweeted them together, but they chose to separate them so that one got more attention,
Yeah.
Well, it worked.
The chain then highlighted its new scholarship for female employees to pursue their culinary dreams.
That's ridiculous. It worked, though.
But then they had to apologize.
Oh, did they really?
Yep, they deleted the tweet.
Oh.
Here I was over here fired up for them. I'm like, oh, yeah.
So they apologize. Is it still up? You said
no,
they deleted it?
Yep,
oh,
they
my
deleted
gosh.
it. They said, we got our initial tweet wrong, and we're sorry. Our aim was to draw attention to the fact that only 20% of professional chefs are women, and we wanted to change that by awarding scholarships. Now, by the way, they're not actually apologizing.
No, and I'm not buying that.
That's not a
either.
real apology.
They did that on purpose.
They did it absolutely on purpose.
You can't put something out like that and not expect it to be taken the way
Can
it
you
was.
imagine the way that went down in that boardroom, though, when the marketing executive came in and said, all right, Burger King, check this out.
This is what we're
Who's getting fired?
On National Women's Day, we're going to tweet, women belong in the kitchen. and there was just dead. It was just.
I do wonder how high level they had to go to get approval for that tweet.
I guarantee you that went all the way to the top.
You think so?
Oh, I guarantee it. Because look, if I'm some regional marketing rep or something, and somebody comes to me with that, like, I'm staking my career on this tweet. If I put this out without approval all the way to the top, I'm going to the house. It's over. I mean, I guarantee you it went all the way to the top. It was genius.
Even though they had to delete it later and apologize.
Yes, deleting it brings more attention. I mean, it was genius.
It already reached enough people to get their point across.
Oh, man, and once you tweet it, you
got
can
to
delete
that.
You can delete it all you want to, but screenshots live in infamy. I mean, you can't delete screenshots.
Yeah.
Shoot, I got one on my phone. I'm going to wait about 5 years and put it out. See if I get that BK man to sign it. You think he's got legible handwriting?
He's writing in cursive still.
Right.
He's in the Kang's old English.
Kang.
The what?
The Burger King.
Oh, Kang.
It's King.
Yeah.
But
I thought you were talking about those dog toys.
No, talking about the Kang's English. That old English.
Are you well versed in that since you're a big, King James guy?
A little bit. I like reading it.
Ye art thou thouest.
Oh, yeah. That grows brain power right there.
I've seen you've grown a lot of it. Boomer and the Reed will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah, how about if we made that wait even shorter? Now, with Sport Clips On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Bye, hun. Running late. Love you.
Hey, hun, you forgot your coffee.
For the days you need it most. Don't worry. Perk up and percolate with us.
Put some love in your day with Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. From our award-winning specialty coffee to our unique and quirky menu, our customers at Just Love Coffee have found us to be a great spot for the highest quality coffee, breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. You'll want to try our delicious waffles, wraps, sandwiches, and more. At Just Love Coffee, we're the place to go when you're by yourself, but don't want to be alone. We're the place to go when you want to catch up with friends. We're the start and end point of your morning run. Stop by the Just Love Coffee Cafe today on Memorial Parkway Southwest in Huntsville, and friend us on social media at Just Love Huntsville and brewing soon at Just Love Madison on Hughes Road across from Madison City Hall. Just Love Coffee. Eat, drink, love.
Steve? Steve? Steve!
Oh, sorry. I have sleep apnea and my machine isn't set up.
It's the third time this week you've napped at your desk. I use AeroCare and was set up the very next day.
I've been waiting a week for someone to call.
AeroCare's amazing, and now I sleep like a baby, just not at work.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Where Alabama talks. WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So thankful you've chosen to join us. Play it, Stevie. Sun don't shine, she my sweet little baby. Come on. Hear my pride and joy. Welcome back. We're so glad to have you with us this morning. It is 11 minutes to the top of the hour and the Dale Jackson Show. We're in here just getting after it this morning, wearing it out, and we don't know what we would do without you. A couple of opportunities here to go with this last segment, so I will give you guys. I'll give you guys the opportunity to pick. We've got Cuomo sexuals. We've got the NYC mayor's wife now asking and compelling New Yorkers to physically intervene in violent crime. Or we've got a Tennessee principal canceled for canceling.
What? Go back to the New York one.
Yeah.
All right,
is that where you guys want to land?
Well, okay, it's almost like
you got to pick one.
Let's defund the police, but then we need.
Well, you got to pick one.
Let's go with that one.
Okay, we're gonna go with that one.
So.
Not my favorite, but we'll go. I gave you the choice, and so here we are. Mayor Bill de Blasio's wife is now urging residents to physically intervene in violent crime just months after she urged him to cancel I've got a cancel culture on the brain, to defund the police. Charlene McCray, the wife of far left-wing Mayor New York Bill de Blasio, is urging residents to physically intervene when they witness violent crimes taking place. The tweet, as attacks on Asian American communities continue. First of all, I didn't know we had an Asian American attack going on. We're asking New Yorkers to show up for their neighbors and intervene when witnessing hateful violence or harassment. I know that can be frightening when you aren't sure what to do or say, but you can learn.
This is like that we was talking the other day about that tweet aged well. I mean, it's Democrats just say one thing and then tomorrow it's something different and they act like they never said it the first time.
On February the 26th, a gentleman named Yong Zhang, 46-year-old, was stabbed to death after he intervened in a robbery in Brooklyn.
Good job.
What's more, last June, McRae influenced her husband to shift funds from the New York Police Department's $6 billion budget to, quote, youth initiatives and social services. She added to the paper, I talked to my husband about it. I encouraged him to help us find ways to do that because, it's something I know from my heart. All that being said, if you live in the Big Apple and are wondering what it in the world you might be getting yourself into, put your anxiety to rest because McRae says, quote, fear is a normal feeling when stepping into a confrontation, but being prepared can help. Ask Yong Zhang.
So
he's dead.
Let's defund the police so we can have activities for kids to teach them how to get stabbed.
And then notice how she's like,
I mean,
if you see an Asian American being harassed or whatever, step in and help them. And then Zach just read off that guy's name who intervened on a robbery and got stabbed to death. And it sounded like he was Asian.
Just to be clear, the New York City Police Department was never defunded completely. There were pushes, right? But it was part of it. But Grant, our New York, our liberal Sherpa and resident New Yorker has just let me know they did not actually defund the New York Police Department. But again, really that's not. I mean, this is all fluff on the surface, anyways, right? Because you've got the First Lady of New York urging untrained civilians to intervene in violent crime just a month after an Asian man was stabbed to death by trying to intervene in a robbery. But don't worry, listen. For those of you that are out there that are saying, I want to intervene, I want to be like Yong Zheng, I've got the roadmap for you, and it's a very easy acronym. It's don't forget the 5 Ds. Number 1, distract. Take attention away from the person causing harm, the hate crime, or incident survivor or situation itself. Just try interrupting it. Ignore the harasser. Ignore the threat. And engage directly with the person being targeted by asking a question like, what time is it?
Oh, my God.
That's how you get
This
stabbed.
is horrible.
That's how
Number
you get
2.
stabbed.
Yeah.
Delegate. Delegate. Scan a situation to assess risk and determine how to best intervene and delegate tasks. Take a look at your surroundings. If you can, find someone in a position of authority, tell them about the situation, and ask if they can help. Number 3, document. Support a person in crisis by recording on your phone or writing down notes, but please don't share the video without the consent of the person being harmed. Cops everywhere said, please, amen. Say the date and time and show the location if you can. Most importantly, keep a safe distance.
Hey, what time is it? Don't get stabbed.
Today's the
Let me pull
March
out
the
my
12th.
I'm taking notes.
We're in Times Square. That guy's stabbing that other guy. What time is it?
Okay. All right, I got my notes. Good luck.
Number 4, delay. Check in with the survivor after the incident. See if they have a pulse. This shows them that they are valued. This is a great way to support your neighbor if you aren't feeling confident in the moment.
If they're dead, they don't know.
Ask how they're doing, if they need support, or if you can help them file a report. But first, they have to have a pulse. Number 5, lastly.
Goodness.
Direct. Respond directly to the aggressor or physically intervene, and only after assessing the situation. Be confident, assertive, and calm. This is risky, but sometimes all we can do is speak up. If the harasser responds, try your best to focus on assisting the person targeted.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk up in the middle of it going on. I'm like, hey, y'all smell that? And they like, no. I'm like, you about to. I'm going to crop dust them. Just walk out and take notes.
And for Zach, the 6th D is deholster your weapon and begin firing.
That is just the dumbest thing I ever heard. And them cops, man, like last year, we were seeing videos of the New York police, and they're just people out throwing water on them in the middle of the street and just all kind of disrespecting them.
Hey, Connor. Yo. Where are you at on this?
On those guidelines?
Yes.
I think they're kind of dumb. I don't think
what would you do?
If I mean, let's be real. I'm not really equipped to step in and get in the middle of it. I'd probably try to get help somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a wise way to do it.
Hayden?
Yeah, I'm probably with Connor on that. I'm probably not going to step in if someone's getting stabbed.
So we've got two guys that are going to look for help, one that's going to fart and one that's going to fire.
Yep.
I like it.
Crop dusting.
Distract, delegate, document, delay, direct. The 5 Ds of self-harm.
I'm definitely not going to walk up and say, pardon me. I get that you're busy in the middle of this.
What time is it?
But do you have the time?
Yeah. And I guess it depends on the weapon. You know, like if it got a gun out, of course, everybody needs to watch out. But it just depends. I mean,
unless you got a bigger one.
Yeah, that's true. You could always just run up and do a full flying kick to the face or something, just straight ninja.
Well, if you ninja star them, you know, if you keep your nunchucks on standby, a lot of things could be fashioned into nunchucks. I mean, a can of tobacco, ninja star. Regular can of backer, you say? No, says I. No, Connor has no idea what we're talking about right there. That would be Diamond Dave's a ninja school. You know Diamond Dave's?
I don't.
You got to look it up.
My goodness.
And it is New York City, so, you know, you look on the ground, you'll probably find a couple of needles you can use as blunt weapons if you need to.
There we
Stab
go.
you with his heroin. Watch out.
Hopefully it's got fentanyl in it. Ah! Oh, dang. That was just a vaccine needle thrown out. Never mind.
It'll take him out, don't worry.
No! Swinging! It only took him an hour and 58 minutes, but folks, Connor has joined the show.
Good morning, Connor.
Good morning. If only we got Slim Shady's over there choking to death. Hey, delay, distract.
Crop dust. What?
Yeah, good Lord. Deholster.
I mean, take notes.
Take note. Yeah. What? Hold on. Stop. Stir. Stop. Got to get out my notepad so I can fully document your actions.
And what they're leaving out here is not even 9 times out of 10 times out of 10. The average person sees something really serious going down, like the man that got stabbed. They're going to freak out. Like they got time to go, oh, what time is it? Or think on the 5 days.
Yeah, well.
People don't think like that.
Don't forget, folks, direct, delay, document, delegate, and distract. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. It's the Tuesday morning show. We love you guys. Have a great day.